Harambee Starlets. And what next? Sekafa is awaiting in the few days to come.
First of all, we're not ready for Sekafa.
But we have the squad.
Ready. We have the squad, yes, but we're not ready because there's a lot of talk on social media. Even a lot of people are wondering, do we have a coach for that, that tournament? Is Vijago going to come and take the squad? Yes, he's been part of the technical bench of the under-21, and I think also he served as the technical bench in the Harambee Starlets.
Under-17.
Yes,
coach.
Yes, he has served. But you see, taking a new coach as you're entering a tournament, which actually the confirmation that we are going to participate in this tournament was done very late, because it has clashed with Mozart Bet. Because now that they're participating, I think...
So can we come and say, no, we are not participating because it's late?
No, it's value addition. Yeah. We cannot say no.
Accepting late invitation.
No, it is okay. I don't think it was late invitation. I feel like, okay, fine, late invitation, but this will add value to the players, regardless of whether we are going without a coach, whether we are going without an organized team. It is value addition, so we cannot say we're not going. But now going into a competition like that with a new coach who's probably going to bring a new squad. And then also there's a problem in the women's football where we're taking coaches of Premier League teams. You see, if you take a coach like Beldine, who's coming from police, obviously there's bias towards that side. Same thing, you're taking Vijago, who has been the head coach of Kibera Soccer, and bringing him to the national team. Like, as a team, as a country, are we so poor that we cannot be able to outsource or even get a national team coach?
Outsource?
Not outsource. Outsource from the Premier League.
No.
Outsource from the Premier League.
I will differ.
Okay. Can we be able to get a coach outside the Premier League to come and stand in as the head coach? Because there will be a problem with squad selections. There will always be bias. People will always complain. And then also for Beldine, I feel like she's a wonderful coach. She has proven time and time again,
she's a great
especially with police. She did the first season unbeaten, and she's come to this season and won again. So I think for Beldine, I think maybe just she doesn't have luck with that team, and also her squad selection is terrible.
Arocho, I feel like we need to have a coach who focuses only on matters Harambee Starlets.
Yes.
Not today I'm with Kenya Police, or rather today I'm with the Police Bullets and Kibera Soccer Ladies. Yeah. Tomorrow again niko na under-17, hiyo ingine tena niko na
under-20, ama niko na Talanta.
Do we need to outsource a coach? Well, or just focus on one coach?
Well, before I respond to your question, I really need to debunk a statement that she's just made. You know, we need to believe in ourselves, in our own. We cannot. The Women's Soccer League has not really developed to an extent that we need to outsource a coach outside our boundaries.
Outside the Premier League.
Yes, outside the Premier League, who else can we bring? But coming back to your question, I think Beldine has just been overwhelmed.
Yes.
Look at her selection.
Yes.
At times she feels that perhaps we as journalists are hard on her, but at times she picks a lot of duties and it becomes difficult for her to even digest what she has. There's a time she was coaching more than 2, 3 teams.
Plus an academy.
You know, basically, you just need to pick one as a coach. You know, there are other jobs that you can have 3 or 4 jobs running within your space. But as a coach, you cannot really maneuver having 3+ teams. That time she was coaching I think the under-20. No.
Under-20, yes.
Under-20. Under-17 was Mildred. Yeah. She was doing, is it Upper Hill?
Yes.
She was doing
Police, yes.
Highway, sorry. So basically all this was too much for her. Yeah. And when she failed, well, if she could be doing well with these teams, then well and good. But when you start stumbling, people start looking for issues around it. I still believe that having a coach within the Premier League, Ladies Premier League, if you're a professional and you know that your success depends on the kind of quality that you bring in, then why not? Because look at the fact that we have several players playing outside, ladies playing outside the country.
Yes.
When you bring all this talent together and you field, I'll support our sentiments that her fielding will also be having issues. Look at the players that missed in the first leg when we played Tunisia.
Yeah.
Me, that's when I started having issues with our selections.
Yes.
Because we had 4 good players who sat out. If you feel that you don't need these players, why do you call them? I like the fact that when we went to Morocco, she didn't call Mora. If she knew very well that Mora is not going to play, yes, don't call her. But how is Mora performing in Egypt? How is Shikango performing in Tanzania? How come they're scoring goals in Tanzania, week in, week out, scoring goals in Egypt, week in, week out, and yet when she comes to the national team, she cannot even start in a team that could not even have 5 shots on goal when we played Tunisia here.
Okay, let's listen to one of the players after they played that, that friendly against Morocco. Let's listen to one of the players.
At least mmetupangia kitu ya kufanya.